And now we're going to work on balancing on one leg, starting on the right side. The beginner level is on the floor. Trying to balance for 10 seconds without the other foot touching the floor, moving up to 30 seconds. And then if you're good at that, you could move to the more advanced level later. So again, trying to keep that leg in the air for 10 seconds without touching, with the opposite, moving up to 30 seconds. Now the advanced level is on a disc or a Bosu ball or a pillow. Still same principles, 10 seconds, moving up to 30 seconds without the other foot touching the floor is the goal. And now we're going to work on balancing on one leg, adding a twist to the back. So you want to twist back with the opposite arm of the leg that you're balancing on. So trying to maintain the balance the entire time is the tricky part as you're twisting back and trying to touch the toe afterwards. As you're twisting back, you want to reach back as far as you can and then trying to touch the toe and then resetting yourself, maintaining the balance on one leg the entire time. So twisting back and then as far as you can go and then touching the toe, keeping the leg in the air the entire time, maintaining the balance the entire time. So we're going to do 10 twists back up to 15. So 3 sets of 10, moving up to 3 sets of 15. The challenging part is not letting the other foot touch the floor. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Now same principles apply. We want to maintain the foot in the air the entire time as we're twisting back, touching the toe. Twisting back, touching the toe. This is also a good stretch and range of motion the further back you can twist. If you don't twist as far, you're not really going to get a good stretch. So twisting back 10 times, moving up to 15. So 3 sets of 10, and then 3 sets of 15. Twisting back and then touching the toe. Try not to let that foot hit that floor. So twisting back, touching the toe. Not letting it touch the floor is the most important part in maintaining that balance, increasing the strength and stability of your balance. So starting out at 10, moving up to 15. Now we're going to do balancing on one leg, adding a heel raise. So lifting the heel into the air while maintaining that balance. Not trying to let the other foot that's in the air touch the floor, but maintaining the balance the entire time by lifting that heel into the air as high as you can and then coming back down to the floor, maintaining the balance the entire time and not letting the other foot touch the floor. We want to start out with 10 heel raises, moving up to 15. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 and then 3 sets of 15 on each side. Maintaining the balance is the hardest part of this as you're lifting up and down and not trying to touch the floor is the big challenge. Now we're going to move over to the other side. Same principles, maintaining that balance, coming up, not trying to let that other foot touch the floor, starting out at 10, moving to 15. 3 sets of 10 and then up to 3 sets of 15, lifting that heel into the air. Now we're going to do single leg balance on one leg, adding a partial squat. So partial squat's about 45 degrees, whereas a full squat would be 90 degrees. So slightly bending that knee, maintaining that balance is a partial squat. So as we're doing a balance, we want to maintain the other leg in the air the entire time, not touching the floor to help recorrect. We want to focus on one leg as we're doing that partial squat. Staying balanced and doing 10 squats, moving up to 15. So 3 sets of 10 and then moving up to 3 sets of 15. Now we're going to move over to the left side, same principle, partial squat, maintaining the balance the entire time, not touching the floor. Again, 3 sets of 10 and then moving up to 3 sets of 15 is our goal, maintaining the balance of a partial squat on one leg. Now we're going to work on balancing on one leg, adding a resistance band. We're going to try to maintain the balance the entire time on one leg, not touching the floor as we're bringing the arms away from the body and then to the body. Moving away from the body to the body, not touching the floor the entire time. So starting out at 10, moving up to 15. So 3 sets of 10 and then 3 sets of 15, maintaining the leg in the air the entire time. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, balance on a disc or Bosu ball. Still same principle, bringing the arms away from the body to the body, not trying to touch the floor the entire time. All right, now we're going to work on squats on a Bosu. I'm going to show you first on the floor at the beginner level to do squats, and then we're going to move to the Bosu, the more advanced level. When you squat, you want to make sure that your knee is behind your foot and you want to sit into a chair. So you almost want to sit back into a chair, keeping the knee behind the foot. Again, we're going to do a full squat on this one, so try to get to 90 degrees, almost like you're going to sit into a chair. So we want to do 10 and moving up to 15, so 3 sets of 10 and then 3 sets of 15. Now we're going to the more advanced. This is the Bosu, trying to maintain that balance and adding a squat. So again, we're going to try to go to 90 degrees sitting on that chair, maintaining that balance. We're going to start out at 10 and then moving up to 15, 3 sets of 10 and then 3 sets of 15, squatting down all the way almost to you're sitting into a chair at 90 degrees. Important to keep the knee behind the toe. All right, now we're going to balance with abduction. That's kicking the leg away from the body. So just like the other videos when we're doing balance, we want to maintain the balance the entire time, bringing the leg out and not letting it touch the floor to reset ourselves. We want to try to increase our strength by keeping the leg in the air, not letting it touch the floor, and keeping the knee straight, not bending that knee. So abduction is kicking the leg out. So as you come back to the body, reset yourself and kick out and not letting it touch the floor. Moving over to the right side, same thing, kicking out and then bringing it in, not letting it touch the floor, recorrecting, stabilizing the body, maintaining the balance by keeping it in the air, kicking the leg out. And try not to move the waist or trunk. Try to keep your upper body as stable or frozen, if you want to think of it that way, as much as possible. We're really just trying to focus on maintaining our balance as best as we can. Kicking the leg out and in, not trying to touch the floor. Going 10 times out and then moving up to 15. So we want to do 3 sets of 10. All right, next we're going to incorporate a balance technique, strengthening the adductors. That's the muscle that brings the leg to the body, so it's the inner thigh muscle. So we're going to try to maintain the balance the entire time, bringing the leg out, coming across the body inward, maintaining the balance. And we want to go 10 times, so we're going to go 3 sets of 10, building up to 3 sets of 15, maintaining the balance the entire time as you're bringing the leg out to in. Now here we're going to go to the other side, bringing the leg out, coming across the body in at a slow pace, and maintaining the balance the entire time is the goal. So try not to touch the floor. We want to keep it in the air. And we're not trying to go for speed. So you can really go slow on this one, just bringing across the body, maintaining the balance the entire time. Now we're going to add a more challenging, the more advanced level, doing on a balance disc, bringing the leg across the body. Now this is really challenging, so try to go as slow as you can, bringing across the body. Again, we're going to go 10 times, doing 3 sets of 10, building up to 3 sets of 15. So going away from the body, bringing it inward is the goal. Now we're going to do both sides again, so coming out to in across the body. Try not to touch the floor is the main focus here. Doing 10 times, starting out at 3 sets of 10 and then building up to 3 sets of 15, trying to increase your balance. Now we're going to add balance with hip flexion. That's bringing the leg forward in front of the body. So like the other ones, we want to not try to touch the floor like that. We want to try to maintain in the air and kicking the leg straight out and not bending the knee. So leg straight, kicking it out, maintaining the balance the entire time. If it does touch the floor, that's okay, but just try to increase your repetitions each time you do this. So we're going to start out with 10 and then moving up to 15. So we're going to go 3 sets of 10 at the beginning and then 3 sets of 15 later on. So again, trying to maintain that balance by kicking the legs straight up in the air. We want to try to go slow, not too fast, and not letting that touch the floor. Maintaining the balance, it really help increase the stability of the leg, hip. We're really trying to improve our balance by challenging it with a little hip flexion. All right, now we're going to move to a more advanced level that's on a disc or Bosu ball or a pillow. Again, try not to let it touch the floor. If it does, that's okay. Each time you do it, try to improve, not letting it touch after a certain amount of number. So again, starting out 3 sets of 10 and then moving up to 3 sets of 15. The real challenging part is not letting it touch the floor so that you could recorrect it. You're really trying to maintain that balance the entire time and the legs straight to really challenge yourself to balance and do some hip flexion. Now moving over to the left side, we're going to do the same thing, same principles, not letting it touch the floor and keeping the leg straight, not bending that knee. So we want to go to 3 sets of 10 and then eventually moving up to 3 sets of 15, maintaining the balance. Each time you do it, just try to increase the amount of times you can not touch the floor. Okay, now we're going to do balance exercises with hip extension. That's kicking the leg straight back. Try to maintain the foot in the air to maintain your balance. Beginner level is straight on the floor. We'll make it more challenging later. As you're starting out, try not to bend the knee. We want to try to keep the leg straight. So don't bend the knee, keeping the leg straight and maintaining the balance the entire time, not letting that foot touch the floor. We're going to start out with 3 sets of 10, eventually moving up to 3 sets of 15 as you get stronger. Again, trying to keep that leg straight is important and maintaining that balance to really help increase the strength. Now switching to the left side, same thing, 3 sets of 10 starting out and then moving up to 3 sets of 15. Really trying to maintain that balance and not letting that foot touch the floor. If it does touch the floor, it's okay, but try to not let it touch the floor to really increase your balance. So 3 sets of 10 and then moving up to 3 sets of 15 to try to really increase the stability and balance of the legs and the hip. And now we're going to move to a more advanced level, balancing on a disc or any unsupported structure like a pillow or a Bosu ball. The same principles apply to try to keep the leg in the air, not letting it touch the floor to reset yourself. If it does touch the floor, that's okay. Just try to improve on your balance. So if it touches the floor at 3, try to keep going until you can touch it at 6 and then moving up to 10. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 on each side, trying to increase to 3 sets of 15. Maintaining that balance the entire time, not letting that foot touch the floor. Again, just try not to let that knee bend. We want to try to keep that leg straight as much as possible and not letting it touch the floor to recover in your balance.